everybody, and welcome to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, please don't forget to give us a little thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, notification bell, tell a friend, and come and join us to discuss our favorite TLC shows. On the docket, we have My Big Fat Fabulous Life, Season 10, Episode 2, Thor Family Values. Okay. They teething from the Braxtons. I didn't know how I felt about the show title. Mm.
What do you think of the episode? It's moving along. I'm not mad at it.
I was extremely happy that Babs is getting better. Babs got approved for rehab. Babs is a champion. Like, I know they probably amped it up for dramatic effect,
Of
but
course.
I was kind of shocked in the first episode that she was like on such a steady decline. I was kind of shocked. I don't even know these people, but I really do like Babs.
Right. And she was, I guess they got her on medication for the UTI, and
Mhm,
that probably was what helped her the most. And
mhm.
as long as she's on the road to recovery, that's good. Like she seems to be improving rapidly, and I'm a, I'm pretty sure it was the UTI that really caused her decline. That's what it seemed to be when they were talking about it last episode.
Mhm, mhm. But that was like the highlight of the episode for me, hearing that Babs was making extreme progress despite
Hmm.
having a stroke. What else was in this?
What's her name? Heather. We found out Heather can't. You know, she's not candidate for surrogacy due to you know some issues, and she felt bad, but it's something she had to do. So while Whitney was in Paris, she went and got some tests done. Tests came back like, hey, you're not the prime candidate. So she told Whitney, and she thought she hadn't planned to have more children, but the fact that it's not her choice kind of hurt. It kind of hurt a little bit.
Right, but when they were at that nacho uh party that Whitney had for Heather and Ashley.
Hmm.
Okay, so I heard Heather say when Whitney went to Paris, she went and got tested to see if she could be a surrogate. She said that due to complications that she had with her last child, uh, she
Hmm.
would not be the best candidate, and having all of this taken away from her, shocking. Okay, I was on board. But then Ashley says, so what if you want to have more children? And she's like, oh, I don't know. So wait, if you can't be a surrogate, how are you still thinking about having children?
Right.
And this is where this show gets me pissed. I'm just saying, I don't think Heather was ever supposed to be the surrogate. I just think it was storyline.
Like I'm not trying to be mean or rude, but Heather is older than Whitney, right?
Or around the same age or something like that. But
What?
she was never a fit candidate to be a surrogate.
Thank you. I didn't want to be rude and say that.
No, I think I said it last season. She was never a fit candidate. Just because you had two children doesn't mean that I think that she's too mature to be a
Hmm.
surrogate. Because
Exactly.
who would want a surrogate that's over 35? Isn't that they have to do
Right.
okay. Okay. Um so yeah, I just thought that this was all BS, but she Whitney's tying up her storylines herself, because now all of a sudden the baby is on the back burner.
Hmm.
Um, we see a scene with Whitney and her brother that I want to talk about, Hunter. Hunter found the mom for her first stroke, for her seizure, and now for the second stroke. Oh my God.
That's a lot of trauma to go through.
And the thing is that he got out of his lease in New York, because remember he used to live in New York.
Hmm.
And so now this has happened. He was supposed to be going to Atlanta to live, and now he is hesitating on that. because he doesn't want to leave his parents alone. And you would think, oh, well, look, my sister's here and lives, a little ways away. But how are you second guessing going to Atlanta if your sister's there? You don't, you can't rely on your sister to take care of your parents.
Right? There we go. Let's tell the truth.
She's too flighty. She goes wherever the wind picks her up, sniffing after a man.
And she's gonna sniff. She's sniffing in Paris right now.
That's not real.
I'm just saying that's what she's sniffing. I said it was real. There's a difference. There's a difference. Like, how
Oh
do you
my
feel? Like, how do you
God.
know when he said like, I'm not sure that I'm going to Atlanta now due to everything that's going on. Like,
Mhm.
to me, that says a lot because it lets me know that he's the one taking care of everything.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It kind of tells me that, he's the one at the end of the day who has to make all the arrangements. And that being said, I'm going to shift it to another conversation they had about
Mhm.
the rehab, right?
Mhm.
They're they sitting around there crying, boohoo, and talking, not sure she's going to get into rehab. I was sitting there like, well, I have a question for all of you. Instead of sitting around here boohooing and worry about if she'll get internet, why aren't you on the phone calling every place within 30 minutes and seeing what they have available, just in case you need a backup plan? That was
Because
my whole thing.
I think how I saw that scene, because it kind of irritated me too. Um, but in my head, I was like, they already have a spot for her. Once you
Right.
got insurance, you can find a spot. They're not going to tell you, oh, you have to wait till somebody passes away. No, they'll even bunk you in with somebody else
Mm-hmm.
because they hear insurance, guaranteed payments. We'll find a space for her.
Right. Even if we have to ship her to a sister facility, we're gonna find a place for her.
15 states away.
By si- by
We'll
sister
do
by,
it.
by, si- by sister, I mean we own them.
Mm-hmm. They'll find a space for you. I don't know. God got me. I gotta do some treatments for the most care. Okay. Well, I hope you're feeling better, Steven. Jeez. Um, 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 um. What'd you think about Whitney trying to pressure her father to retire? I don't like it. Stay
The
out of
reason why I
his
don't like it
business.
is because he's happy and he says, he has to make sure he can provide for the family, okay. But the problem I have with Whitney doing is pressuring him to retire. What if that's the thing that motivates him to get up in the morning? All right, we're gonna say that.
Mhm.
We're gonna use that scenario. Say he retires to take care of Babs should she need it. Here's the
Mhm.
problem with that. Should something happen to Babs and she goes and passes on,
Mhm.
he's gonna pass right behind her.
That's what he said. Remember? In the very
Hmm.
first episode when they was giving the update, he said there was one point where I did not know what would like how I would face the next day if she wasn't there. And also, now that's with relations to Bab, but like I think his work defines him. And when he
Hmm.
said, I have to I have to figure out a way to financially provide for my family, I don't think the finances are there. They're set. They're good.
Hmm.
But like that job defines him. That's who he is. And I feel he would be at a loss if he didn't have that job to
Right.
go to, you
Hmm.
know? Um, but uh, it could be a way of not having to deal with Whitney either, because he all the way in Raleigh. That's like she's making it seem like it's a very long commute. I don't know how far away Raleigh is from Greensboro, but I wouldn't want him driving that long either, twice a day. So maybe if she could just be reasonable instead of always pushing her agenda on others and say, well, Daddy, why don't you stay home 3 days a week?
Hmm.
I think that might be a nice compromise. Hmm.
Or is there any way you can work from home? a
Well,
couple days ago,
yeah.
something like that, something like that.
Yeah, you know? Yeah, yeah, Susan, they had the chips all over the counter and the cats go all over. But I think she put down brown paper. Remember, because she was writing on it. Yeah. Either way, it's nasty. Just get a bowl. I don't know. Um, living well. Let's see. There was something else that happened. Oh, with Jessica. We saw the scene where she was doing the Be Active. What's the name of her company?
No BS active.
Right. So they was doing filming with Jessica. And of course they were talking about her mom. Glenn called to give an update. And we see Jessica in the confessional say her dad's tumors came back.
Hmm.
Oh, I love her dad. Her dad, if we all remember, is the trainer that from the gym that fired Whitney when she had all the junk food in her car. Um, I like him. I like him a lot. I'm sad to hear that his tumors came back. But why Whitney ain't even asked for him? She's so
Right.
selfish. She's so selfish. But Jessica's also getting married, and she asked Whitney to be a bridesmaid. Really,
Hmm.
really. And then invited her for the hen weekend. But Whitney doesn't want to go because she doesn't want to be far away from her mom, just in case her mom dies. But I thought your mom was getting better.
Right.
And it's not like you can go to the rehab because I think by that time she had gotten in, they had gotten word that she could
Hmm.
get into the rehab, but only her dad can see her in the rehab because of the C-19 period. So if you can't go and see your mom, how many nights away is it? I mean, okay, girl. Everything has to be very dramatical. Let's see. What else happened here? Buddy. Buddy
Hmm.
visiting. Buddy is also engaged. He lives several towns away.
Yeah, but I think
Um,
it's an hour and a half,
I
roughly. I think it's an hour
think
and a half.
so. Yeah, yeah. And he brings flowers for Babs. He wants to know how Babs is doing. He he says she updates him that she got into the rehab, and he says, "Can we go and see her?" And in his confession, I think he said, "I know how isolating rehab can be because remember a few seasons ago he
Yeah,
was in rehab." I thought that was really nice and genuine.
he mentioned like those visits were
Mhm.
everything.
Mm. So I think he is the catalyst for their visit next week.
Hmm.
Poor Hunter's right. I felt bad for Hunter. I ain't gonna lie. Living well, that's social never rose. Okay. Um, so yeah, oh, and at the end, they're moving Babs into this rehab thing. And poor Glenn, his glasses are broken, but he's there trying to pick out clothes for Babs. Um, and Whitney is worried that he's not taking time to take care of himself because his glasses are broken and he's taped it up. Um, I guess he'll get to it later,
Hmm.
but that is a concern. And she goes in on pressuring him about retiring again, and he's stubborn. He's like, I don't know, maybe later.
Hmm.
And that was the episode.
It really wasn't much there, really.
I think the
This
most
is this
exciting part was Babs and
right.
seeing the videos.
I think she's pretty much gonna be the storyline for the season. So I think we just need to settle in and buckle up and be prepared for that. You
Do you
can see
think
how
we'll
this is
have a
going.
breakup this season though with the Frenchman?
So sorry. I haven't seen anything, so I don't know, but I could see it happening
But
because you
didn't
can't rest
somebody
on
say they
that.
broke up?
I'm not sure. I need to look into that if that's the case, because the way I look at it is this: like so far, all we really are gonna have is Babs, Whitney, and Lenny hooking up,
Mhm.
and the Frenchman because we're gonna hear about him all season.
Gross. And now they
I
have
mean,
to rebuild a bedroom downstairs. I think the bedroom is good, but they probably, now that she's had this second stroke, we don't know what will work and what won't.
right,
So they might have to retrofit the bathroom for sure.
exactly.
Um, they talked more about. I wish they talked more about Jessica's
Right,
dad. Ay, yeah, yeah. I somehow I feel like she gonna get in a fight with Jessica before that wedding.
right. I can see that happening, and that would be interesting since they also, I think, just because of part owner and be as active now, so that would be interesting.
Wait, I thought he lived a life so clean and healthy and get tumors. I feel bad for him. I'm disappointed. Might as well. Well, wait a minute. Wasn't he in the military or something like that?
I think he was, if I
Like,
recall
what if he
correctly.
was exposed to a burn pit? That, you know, like there's stuff that our military, if he was in the military, our military is exposed to that like none of us would want to be a part of. That's why I'm glad they passed that bill to support our veterans. But I think he's a former military guy. I'm just hoping he gets better.
Hmm.
But she said came back again, right? So he's had these
Right.
before.
He's had them
Oh,
before, right?
child. Mm-mm-mm. Whitney upset Buddy didn't ask her for help with the ring and stuff. She's not your friend that way anymore. He's not your friend that way anymore. I felt that she was trying to be controlling in it because remember she said something like, if I had learned about this on social media, you know, as if it would have been a problem. But you didn't know that
Right.
your good friend, your best friend down the road is 4.5 months pregnant.
Exactly.
You know, where's Todd? I miss Todd. She's gonna use Lenny to create a fake jealousy. Mm, um, okay, this show is hilarious. I don't get why she lies so much. I guess she thinks she's a great story creator.
Hmm.
Um, Whitney was flirty with Lenny in the hot tub in a later episode. I saw clips of, yeah, because somebody
Oh, for
asked
sure.
where's HR.
Yep. That was Tall, what the
Is it
child's name is.
Tal? Oh my,
Yeah.
isn't he in HR? No, he's a therapist, right?
Hmm.
Okay. She needs to find a scammer outside the country. Isn't that the Frenchman though? Muhammad married Danielle, so I have hope. So messy. And Heather did know about the pregnancy. That made even less sense. Yeah, Heather knew about Ashley, but
Yeah.
Whitney didn't.
Because Heather asked, like, do you know about Ashley's pregnancy? And then when he's like, yeah, I know. And I was, oh, okay, good. Because I didn't know she told you or something. I was like, oops.
But
I'm
here's
like, y'all
the
not friends
thing
no more.
though.
Y'all not
You
friends
can't
no more.
even blame this on Babs because when that taco scene was happening, it was like what, 20 days in hospital?
Hmm.
Heather's 4.5 months pregnant.
Right.
Wow. Okay. She lied. Wait, me neither. Why she lied? She lived. How funny she was. The lies is what's turning us off on this show. Yes.
Hmm.
The problem is she believes the lies. Oof.
But she
Oof.
really believes she has a French boyfriend. Okay. Ain't nobody believing that. But you,
Yeah, it is kind of sad. But this was a quick watch for me because
same.
I was deeply invested in the parent situations. Both the Babs getting better and Whitney forcing her dad to try and retire. Yes, I do think he needs to slow down, but he needs to do that on his own time, or you're just going to make him feel worthless. So stop it.
Exactly.
And then I was intrigued that Hunter didn't want to move to Atlanta because there would be nobody there to take care of his parents.
Right.
I think they're just out and out shading her now because between that comment and Heather's comment, oh, so you do know about the pregnancy. And Todd, in the first episode, he was shading her about the Frenchman.
Yep.
Um, mm, I don't think Whitney's gonna like this edit.
She won't, but we do, so it's fine. Just saying.
But these are the friends that you don't like.
Yeah. I mean, they're okay sometimes, but when they're actually holding her accountable the once per season, but it's like, y'all got she needs to do better, and y'all can't keep enabling this behavior.
Oh my god. Compulsive liars are like that in my experience. Oh, okay. So Ava says if she wants a hot man, she'll have to pay for it because her attitude is manipulative and attention seeking. But
Hmm.
isn't she paying for it through production? If this chap is one of the production team?
No, he's getting paid twice because he's getting paid by production, and he's getting paid to be on camera too. So he's getting double checked. So he's okay. Just saying. And
But he's
she
not
could be.
getting a full check if they're blurring his image.
Oh, but no, oh no, remember, not a full check, but half a check is fine too. 1.5 check is cool. Maybe Whitney, but maybe Whitney supplementing the other half under the table. Who knows?
She doesn't
I'm sorry.
want those guys. She's self-centered. You mean like Kenya Moore? Oh, Kenya Moore. Poor Kenya. Maybe Whitney can barely take care of herself. She can't take care of the parents. And that's why the brother doesn't want to move.
Hmm.
I would hate to think that he's thinking in his mind, well, I had my time in New York and, maybe I can push this back. I had my time away and now I can stay here with them. I would hate for him to have to think that when he has a sister a few blocks away. But you know
Agreed.
your sister. All right, y'all. That was the episode. And this has been TLC Friday. We are done. Jamal, any final thoughts?
Nope. This has been a
Oh,
good week, and we'll see you next week.
yes, everybody have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Thanks for joining us yesterday and today. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you to all the subscribers. Thank you to anyone new who signed up. We really appreciate it. Don't forget, give us a thumbs up, leave some comments. We'd be interested on your thoughts on this new season so far. All right, so until next time, Jamal.
Yep.
All right, y'all. Bye.